Hello, YouTubers, friends and family. How's everybody doing today? I have done several videos that I have not uploaded for one reason or another. And I'm going to try again. The last one I did came out at 30 minutes, and that's just too much. I can't imagine anybody wanting to sit and listen to me for 30 minutes. So, even though I felt like the video turned out well and what I said was accurate and it was honest and truthful and to the point, there was just so many points. And that's where we're at today. We've got points everywhere. There is just so much going on in our world. Far too much to cover. But in YouTube, we've got videos galore. We've got great people out there doing a lot of research on what's happening and what's going on, the truths of it. They're bringing information forward so you don't even have to look for it. It's there. All you have to do is click and listen. And valuable information. Very good people bringing news and truth to the forefront for all of you, for all of us. You know, I got to thinking a lot of stuff that I want to cover, a lot of things that I want so desperately to help people understand what's happening. And it dawned on me, sitting here thinking about it, that great men like William Cooper, Phil Snyder, John F. Kennedy, you know, Martin Luther King, they've all tried to bring truth out. William Cooper tried to explain and did a remarkable job bringing the truth about corrupt government to the forefront. He told everybody as it is. The man didn't lie. He's dead. Phil Schneider tried to bring the truth out. He explained the truth of alien beings, government projects, the involvement. He went on with truth pertaining to what his experience was with the government. And he had physical proof. Physical proof. And he, of course, we know, was killed in a motel. JFK, after he became president, his very last speech, if you listen to it, he found the truth. He explained that there was a secret society, that there were devious things taking place against the people. And he didn't mean just the people of the United States. He meant the people of the world. And he objected to it. And he made it very clear that he was going to go around this corruption. And we all know what happened to John F. Kennedy. So what in the world would make me think that anything I have to say is going to change anything? Nothing I have to say is going to change your point of view, and I don't expect it to. I really don't. I think you have to find out for yourself. It's just sad that we're taking so long to find out. I mean, 9/11. 11 years has gone by. 11 years. Personally, I knew the morning that it happened, something wasn't right. It just didn't feel right. You know, I follow my gut hunch a lot. And my husband also felt that something was wrong. It did not feel right. He looked at it from more a military view. And he said, wait a minute, you know, where's our attack bombers? How could they get through our security? How could this happen? They're off track. There's no way, and getting that close to important areas, getting that close to D.C., getting that close to the World Trade Centers, getting that close to the Pentagon. How could this happen? He didn't buy into it, and I didn't buy into it. And then about a year later, after doing a lot of research and paying attention and listening to witnesses, listening to newscast and reading, we both concluded that there was something very devious behind it. And I spent the next 10 years looking and reading and watching videos and getting involved, subscribing to channels that are there by design just to investigate, just to bring truth, just to bring professionals in to look at the whole situation. And they conclude beyond a shadow of a doubt that it did not happen as we were told. And I can tell you this over and over and over. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to alter the way you see it. You have to find your own reality. You have to find your own truth. You have to come to your own conclusion. So I'm not going to try and convince you of that anymore. Obama, I had proof a long time ago that he was not American born. And I sat on that truth because I didn't know how to bring it out. And the same truth that I sat on, that was given to me, came out later. And I laughed because other people knew. Other people were beginning to wake up and they were beginning to see the deception. Now, how did I know it was a deception? I knew it from his first act as president. The very first thing he did. As soon as he became president, he put a titanium wall around any information pertaining to his history or his past so that nobody could gain that information. He did it in the form of an executive order, the very first thing he did. An executive order to protect himself from anybody finding out the truth about who he is, where he came from, what he did or has done. My feeling is this, not unlike 9/11, not unlike Obama, the two stories are almost identical. If nothing is wrong with the original story that we were told about 9/11, if it happened the way that they said it did, simple common sense says, why then do they so strongly object to a new investigation? Why are they blocking the ability to get a new investigation? They will tell you that it's to protect the survivors of the families that perished, the people that perished. Not so. Again, common sense. If my husband went to work tomorrow morning and somebody blew the building up that he was in, I would not rest until I knew exactly what happened. And those people don't rest either. Whether they were compensated financially or anything, they're not resting. That question will always be there. What really happened that morning? So if there's nothing to hide, why? Why won't they let we, the people who are demanding a new investigation, have our new investigation? If Obama has nothing to hide, why then does he hide the information? Common sense. Do I want to know all this? Do I want to know that what's being orchestrated in the world today, all of the unrest, all of the wars and rumors of wars, and the bloodshed, the millions of innocent people, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, grandparents, children, that are dying? Do I want to know about this? And to know that some secret society that governs the world is behind it? Do I want to know that Obama really has no power? That he's told what to do, when to do, and how to do? Do I want to know the ugly truth? I ran into a lady that an acquaintance in the supermarket yesterday, and I said to her in conversation, "Wow, isn't it crazy what's going on over in Libya?" She says, "What?" I said, "You haven't seen the news?" "Oh, I don't watch news," she said. I said, "Well, it's all over YouTube. Have you been in YouTube?" "Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that silly stuff." I said, "Facebook?" She said, "I don't do that." "Oh, I go on my computer and I play some games and I write letters to my family and stuff. Emails," she says. "But I don't read the news and I don't do that other stuff." She said, "I have my games I play." And I thought, wow. I said, "Aren't you ever concerned about what's going on around you so that you can prepare or, be safe?" She says, "I am safe. I'm in America." I said, "Oh." As I left the market, I'm driving, and you know how you're just driving down the road and you're running it through your mind and you're thinking about what was just said or what just happened. And it came to me, truth is a valuable weapon. It really is. Truth can protect you. Truth can defend you. It's a great weapon. It's been used in every court around the world forever with great success. Often it's not easy to find the truth, and this can sometimes be our own fault. Although we do not cause this difficulty on purpose, we don't purposely cause ourselves problems by avoiding the truth or not seeking the truth. When the truth is something that we may find upsetting or disturbing, when we know the truth is going to rock our world or cause us sleepless nights, maybe cause our world to change entirely, or perhaps we think the truth is going to change our view of the world, we may give this search for truth a lot less effort than we really need to. And I think that that's what's happening with so many people. It's kind of like in your home. As most of you know, we're raising 3 grandchildren that we've adopted. So we now have 3 children. Kind of come around to seconds here. But if we invited, or we allowed the children to invite a bunch of friends over, and the kids knocked a great big hole in one of our walls, I may not really want to find the truth. I might be thinking, gosh, it'd be easier to blame that little kid, or maybe we ought to blame all the kids. you know, if it was the neighbor's kid that did it, then I could go to him and say, hey, you need to fix my wall. Your kid broke my wall. But if I sit down and pursue the truth, and I go, oh boy, you know, I need to get to the bottom of this. In my mind, I'm going to be constantly saying, what if? What if it was my little junior that did that? And if it is my little junior, if I seek out the truth and I find out my child put this big hole in my wall, then I'm going to have to get a hold of my insurance company, and I'm going to have my insurance rates raised because somebody else did it, even though it was an accident. Or because my child did it, I mean, instead of somebody else. So that's the kind of truth that sometimes we avoid, I think. You know, it's kind of like the guy that unknowingly allows a gang into his house. They bust into his home and they destroy his wall or all of his furnishings. They tear his house all up. They steal some of his prized possessions, things that he's worked really hard for or collected over the years. And they take off with it. And unknowingly to him, he's allowed it because his neighbor told him and warned him that there was a bad gang in the neighborhood and that they had been breaking into houses. And he thought to himself, not in my neighborhood, not in my wonderful neighborhood. That doesn't happen around here. We live in the good side of town. We live in a good country. So that doesn't happen here. Not until he walks in his house and he sees that this actually occurred is he going to say, wow, you know, I allowed this because I didn't listen. My neighbor told me, but I didn't listen. You know, we talk in circles, all of us. We keep coming back to the same thing. And that is that we try desperately to inform and to let other people know that this is going on. When, in fact, if other people would just step out of their comfort zone, step out of this false reality, this good neighborhood, where everything is beautiful, and they look at the common denominators, if they look at how all of this civil unrest is being created, and they see the neighborhood for what it really is, perhaps then we've got a chance to find truth. All of us together. Hope. All of you know that I live by hope. Hope to me is so valuable. But right now, hope's hiding behind truth. And until we can bring the truth out and get to hope, it's very unsettling. Very unsettling. The truth is, friends, a movie may have triggered this mess. I don't doubt it after watching that movie. I don't doubt that it triggered it. But it was meant to trigger it. Why would our servicemen that are put in a position to protect our embassy and our ambassador and our people working consulate, why would those military men, these Marines, be over there without any live ammunition? How could that be? How could it be that they couldn't protect the people that they were there to protect? That doesn't make any sense to me. Ann Patterson is in charge of that. She is in charge of making sure that those that are to protect our embassy have the equipment and the ammo that they need to do so. But she did not allow it. She did not allow them to have live ammo. Why? Why did she make that decision? And who is her boss? Where did she get her instructions? There's always a chain of command. She doesn't have the final say. Not at all. She's the ambassador to Egypt. Our ambassador to Libya comes to the Egypt embassy and is blown away, killed, along with 3 other people. And our Marines were not allowed to protect because they didn't have any live ammo by her instructions and Patterson's instructions. Who is her boss? Who told her to instruct these Marines not to carry live ammo, to carry blanks and rubber bullets? There's a chain of command there. Common sense. How can this be? Doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. Too many things about this don't make sense. But I'm not going to bore you with it anymore. You need to find your own reality. You need to find your own truth. And I hope that you do. I hope that you guys that don't see this, that you step out of your position, step out of your box, get away from the TV, get off of the computer games, do some research, find out what really happened. We need to all stand together. All people of the world. All people of the world. We're all being deceived. We are all being played. We're being duped. They want distension. They want this fight. You know, the American government wants to get back into Libya. There's so much more to this. The New World Order is real. Very real. The people that are putting this together, orchestrating it, the secret society that wants one world order, they're behind every bit of it. Do you really think that Obama has any power? Do you really think that? Just like Ann Patterson. Did she really have any power? Who gave her assignment? Who gave her the instructions? Who told her what needed to be done? And who tells Obama what he needs to do? JFK knew, and he's dead because he didn't comply. Obama's complying, but Obama's not who we think he is. And until we can get the truth, now Trump thinks that he's going to get the truth. Trump, what are you thinking? What are you doing? You were going to get the truth about the birth certificate, remember? But you bought in to the forged document that came out. You bought into it. You got off that plane, walked right up to the mic and said, I'm so glad I had a part in this. I'm glad the birth certificate came out. And then you ate crow because it wasn't real. It was a forgery. It was faked. Now you say that you want the college records. You're going to make sure those college records come out. You want to see them. You want to see them. Well, you know what? Stand in line. All of us do. We all want to know the truth. But there was an executive order signed. And speaking of executive orders, go to Google, friends. Go to Google search. 2008 through 2012. How many executive orders have been issued? How many executive orders have been signed? What were they for? What did they say? How did they read? What control is he taking? His signature's on it. Guess what? Look up executive orders. Oh, let me find it here. I hope I haven't closed it. I may have. Obama has a plan. He is tired of bucking Congress. Congress isn't going along with everything that he wants to do. All these little steps that he wants to take against the American people, against the Constitution. I think I've already closed it. Sorry, friends. Whose channel was that on? I'll try and find it and put it down in the description. I wasn't going to put any links in, but I'll try to find that one. He's tired of fighting Congress. Congress isn't going along with his game plan on everything. That doesn't mean that they're not going along with him. It just means not on everything. Anyway, his plan is to institute an executive order, one a week, throughout the rest of 2012. And when he said throughout the rest of 2012, he must plan on being president in December. You might want to question that yourselves. His plan is, just like he told the Russians, that wait until he's reelected on the open mic. Anyway, he's going to make sure that his plan goes according to, or that things happen according to his plan. If he has to go around Congress and do executive orders, that's exactly what he's going to do. You need to hear it for yourself. One a week, executive order, to get everything done that he intends to do, to gain control. Dictatorship? I didn't say that. Dictatorship? All right, I said it. Think about it. Friends, I love you. And I'm tired of all this doom and gloom stuff. I'm tired of trying to get the word of truth out, to get the facts out, because it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen until you find your own truth, until you research this stuff yourself. I will say, there are so many people in YouTube that are putting all the truth out in videos. Get off the games, get away from the TV. Research. It's there. You need to know the truth for your own family's sake. We're in the orange right now, moving into red. World unrest is really bad. So, be safe. Prepare. Make sure you have all the supplies in your home that you may need in case of an emergency. I love you all. Great big hugs. And no hope till we find the truth. Catch you guys later.